Yo, there's still one more minute of ads, but kind of late, so I'm gonna get this started. This is a weird list that it got fourth place in a New Year's Eve challenge on Magic Online. So you know, soft challenge for sure. What's the idea? The idea is well, what's the weird cards? Thron Vigil and Putrid Goblin. Uh, This is a combo that only works with Putrid Goblin. So Thron Vigil says whenever one or more artifact under creature cards leave your graveyard during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Apparently this works with Putrid Goblin, because I can't imagine they got fourth without it working. So that just replaces Grumgully. And so you have 3 Thron Vigils and 3 Boggart Harbingers, which are both the B pieces of your A plus B combo. Now, admittedly, Putrid Goblin needs more than that. It's crazy spicy. How's it going, Nerdy Vato? Because you need the Skirk Prospector to get there. So I honestly don't see this working. I also don't know why you would only run 3 of both your B combos. There was an Orvar in the sideboard of the challenge list, but I don't have one, and they're 55 tickets, and I just want to stream this real quick before I go to bed. So I added a 4th Blood Moon because we're running 4 Skirk Prospectors. So this is like almost 100% all in on scams of the Goblin variety. And we're just gonna run it and see how it goes. So we're running the old Scamblins. It's got an Azorius deck box because I wasn't paying attention when I imported it. This is not my list. I told you it won the New Year's challenge. It was by somebody named Wall of Spikes. Yeah, shout outs to them. If you're out there, hit us up. Tell us why you hated the deck or loved it, if that is in fact what happened. I mean, you got 4th in a challenge with it. I guess this has 2 of our 3 pieces, so well, it has all 3 technically. 4? Is this just the nuts? Is this the very first handout is just the curve, the 1 2 3 4 combo? Because so here's the thing. So the combo doesn't actually win the game. You need something else. So like you can infinitely sack the thing, yes, which will find you this. It'll get you infinite mana, and it'll find you stuff when you have a Runevelt Hordemaster in play. But you need to find Sling Gang to end it. So it's like a very convoluted combo that we happen to have all the pieces for right now. Oh my god, and we even drew the Putrid Goblin. So there's probably something to be done here regarding pushing it out very quickly? No? Because I can get Putrid Goblin and Thron Vigil into play, but then this won't be able to persist anymore. So, like, what's the point? So I think we just attack for 1. And then I guess I'm going to put Thron Vigil into play before they can counter it. And before they can reset my Putrid Goblin, you know, with a removal spell. So, gotta actually make black mana for black cards. Oh, I just cast the wrong thing. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Wait, so maybe this means that here I have to do what I just said now that I made the mistake. No. No, that would be dumb. That would be throwing good money after bad. That was really stupid what I just did. I said the correct play and then clicked the wrong card. Because it was all the way on the right side of my hand. So I just clicked it. It is what it is. There's the fatal push. Oh well. I think It could be mill. It could be oh boy. Well, we ran into the worst possible matchup right off the bat. I am curious why surgical extraction didn't stop the persist. I guess they just didn't click the one in my graveyard. But I'll take it. Mill is a silly matchup. It doesn't really matter, and I think we have the card that matters the most. It might be a replacement effect thing. But I don't know if it's supposed to work that way. They're claiming they clicked it in the chat, so I really don't know. I'm not sure that it should be exiled. But I'm not certain that it shouldn't be either. This says exile them. This is the one in the yard. It's going to persist. If it had no return to the battlefield, you then exile it. I really don't know how the interaction is supposed to work. But mill players are the scum of the earth, so I'm not going to think twice about it. We're just going to attack them. So this Thron Vigil, I don't think... I guess it works with Squee, which we don't have in our deck. But... what do we do? Okay. So I guess off of this, we could just get I guess Pashalik Mons does like a ton of damage with this Sling Gang Lieutenant and this Skirk Prospector, so I think that's the right play. So they archive trap me for 1 million, and now their Drown and the Locks are on, in addition to the fact that I have 21 cards in my library. Oh, their Visions of Beyond are on too. You usually can't beat an Ancestral Recall. I know that's like, that's a big might be controversial statement that Ancestral Recall is a hard card to beat in Modern, but I do think it's true. Wow, had I played Thron Vigil, I just win. Okay, whatever. I mean, they don't have to know that. Can I deal 51 damage? Maybe. I don't know what the rest of their hand is like, but like it's certainly possible. So let's see how this one plays out. So do I play Sling Gang first or Pashlik? I think you play Pashlik, right? No, I mean... Alright, 4th Skirk, which is just like more fuel. I should probably play Thron Vigil to stop them from Crypt Incursioning again, right? That's my guess. Can I do that though? I think we attack for 3. We played out Pashlik Mons. They probably won't Crypt Incursion next turn, right? So let's just play out Pashlik Mons. And then we could trade all this in. Like, we can untap our guys, basically. But I don't think that that's worth it. Yeah, I imagine they only play one main board, as that's usually a sideboard card in the first place. Okay, well, this is the better of the two for us to see, and I'm glad that we didn't trade our Skirk Prospectors in quite yet. So they are Baleful Mastering my thing. They're going to exile it. Do I care that they're exiling it? I guess. I wish they wouldn't. Oh, I should have killed this Hedron Crab. Should hit Z, right? Oh, I can't actually hit Z. Damn. I fucked up. All right, well, we lost this game. We're not beating Ancestral Recall, and they killed our one way to possibly deal 51 damage. So I think I like to just board in like literally everything in this matchup. I don't really think that there's any reason to care about it. So I board up to 69 cards and I let her rip. Water. I never remember to get water before I start. Would you like to play first? Yes. Well, we'll keep this one. I think I'm gonna Chalice first. Couldn't I just combo there instead of Mons? Almost definitely not. So I don't know what you're referring to. But almost definitely not. I guess I want to concentrate my searching on one turn because of Archive Trap. If you're thinking that I could have like Thron Vigiled, they have to die without a -1/-1 counter on them. And I have no way to make things leave my graveyard other than persist. Which is like, that's fine. That's fine. But the deck is like a weird scam deck, and I punted like 3 times in a row, so I definitely didn't deserve that win for so many reasons. So I do think, although they did play. So I don't think they have Archive Trap. They did play Fatal Push, but they also played a 2-mana removal spell. But like, I think I just want a Chalice, right? Because like all of their little shitheads are I think I'm supposed to. I feel like they have a way, like Ghost Quarters and stuff. So I'm gonna do this. And my life total doesn't actually matter. So we'll play the double black Chalice. Wow, so they did have an Archive Trap. Oh, but you can't block Archive Trap with Chalice on 0 anyway, even though you cast it for 0. That's what I was thinking about. They had multiple traps, which means they just didn't do it the first time I fetched, and they might have been screwed for the rest of the game, right? But it is what it is. Now they see Thron Vigil if they're looking, but what are the chances that the mill player is looking? So I imagine this is Drown in the Lock. There's no way around Drown in the Lock. I can't cast my Skirk Prospector into Chalice on 1. I kind of think I just have to go for it and hope that I draw because, well, I bought myself a little bit extra time. We'll slap the Putrid Goblin out there and see what happens. We could draw one of our 2 remaining caverns to get our Skirk Prospector out. MTGO is so much faster now that I stopped the application-specific capture of sound for OBS. Everybody who was here yesterday, thank you for bearing with me. All right, we're just dead. I think that was our last 2 caverns, so this is never coming out. I know it's miserable, and not only that, but my overlay kind of covers my graveyard. Trust me, I don't know what half the cards in my graveyard are anyway. It's just like vague colors, and I'm not doing this. There's just no good way. There's just no good way to display all this. This is what a dredge player feels like. So yeah, we lose, but we will see. Perfect. Farfire on top. If we get a land, it's possible that we can win, but it's very unlikely that you can combo mill because they can control the top of your deck by milling it. But we got our combo surgically extracted game 1 because I played it in the wrong order. Had I played it in the other order, it would have worked. We would have won. But sometimes you just click the wrong card when all your cards cost the same thing. Is this going to be... Alright. I don't think I can beat that. I don't know. They're only at 14. Whatever. We'll try it out. You got a 14 turn clock. Obviously we can't cast that. Actually, I'm just gonna go to the next game. This is a fast and loose league. I'm gonna give my opponent a GG because they experienced the bug but won anyway. I honestly, I'm just playing this deck for fun and I don't care what the mill match was like anyway. But I cannot imagine a worse matchup for just trying to scam people via the graveyard than main deck surgical extraction on your Putrid Goblin on turn 2. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I went to work today. First, like, real-ish day of work since the holidays are over. It wasn't bad. Basically get free lunch and dinner every day I work. And so I have to play the game. They give you like a seamless credit of $25 for breakfast, but it's San Francisco time breakfast, so you have to use it by 12. And then they give you another one that you have to use by 4. And $25 sounds like a ton. And it's definitely not nothing. Wow, I didn't even know that I owned Scalding Tarns, and this person just has Scalding Tarns in their list. And it's not gonna fuck me, but I could have easily had better fetches than that. I mean, this is a snap keep, no matter who you are. Finish your first programming course last term? Well, it is lucrative, I can tell you that. But I work in the middle of Times Square, so $25 will get you a salad. And I think the reason they do it is, the idea is they're trying to keep you... Okay. This time we're not going to do it wrong. We can't actually play Snoop yet, by the way, without sacrificing important things. So we're going to get this Blood Crypt. And we're going to play Skirk. And then turn 2... I do believe I could cast Sting Scourger and sacrifice it for mana and pump out. What could I pump out? I could get a Snoop into play, but that doesn't really make sense. This is Eldrazi-tron. I think you're just supposed to combo Eldrazi-tron, and we have, even though I said we can't cast Snoop yet, like, we can still do it. Especially if we draw a land. So Is it better for me to Thron Vigil? Is it like less interactable? No, because they have Karn. I think I'm just supposed to play Snoop. I can't play Snoop into Matron, but I can play Snoop and then next turn play Matron. It's 2 turns away either way. So if I Thron Vigil, I have to figure out which one costs less mana. So if I Thron Vigil, right, next turn I'm going to have 3 lands. So I can cast Matron, then sack it for mana. Don't do me no good. I end up with 1 mana left over either way. So I think the best thing to do is to cast Snoop anyway. Because if they remove this Snoop, I have the backup combo. I really did not want to draw an Aether Vial, if I'm being perfectly honest. But programming is a good profession, and I've been doing it for 6 years, and I don't think I'm very good at it. And all the companies treat you like a wizard. All those old ladies that used to joke about not knowing what pi was, like the number pi. They're the people hiring people. Oh no! What do they take here? They should take Matron, right? This deck might just be terrible. They took Matron, rightfully so. Boggart Harbinger on top. Nope. So I can draw a card by playing Sting Scourger, and I can get Thron Vigil into play. I think I'm going to do that. And I think there's also a chance that we combo still like that. Another Thron Vigil on top. Really not what I wanted to see. So now, actually, I think I'm just going to play Pashlik Mons by sacking my Sting Scourger and my Skirk Prospector, because I'm going to draw another Thron Vigil, and yeah, I don't need Aether Vial or Thron Vigil in my hand from here. I'm not going to block, so I guess I might as well attack. Oh yeah, this is not a good deck. I mentioned it at the beginning, like it was a New Year's Eve challenge. I don't know what time it ran, but like you can imagine that most people are not playing Magic the Gathering online 5, 6, 7 round challenges on New Year's Eve. So you know, I wouldn't worry too much about. Yeah, maybe people were playing drunk, the ones that were playing, and this guy happened to be sober. Or maybe there's some sort of luck that you get from playing just blasted out of your mind that they tapped into. There's not even a way to exile or shuffle your deck back in. There's just 0 other ways to trigger this Thron Vigil. It is just a combo piece. But that being said, this is Devoted Druid over there? I thought the Noble Hierarch was weird, but I was like, they're just splashing green in Eldrazi-tron, and I haven't commented on the fact that there's an Urza Saga and all this stuff. Like, ooh, I have no goblins in hand to get this out there. Doesn't that suck? I guess that's a no. I could kill this Devoted Druid. What's the Devoted Druid combo? It's like Luxior now, I think. Let's play our one combo piece. I guess I can't even kill Devoted Druid until they put a -1/-1 counter on it, and then they can respond. So we're probably dead here is my guess. I don't think they would have done what they did if they weren't about to kill me. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I think if I do this, I'm dead. But I don't think I have any other way to win. So let's just... I'm not going to do math because I don't care. Luxie or something. Yeah, it's like the Giada's Gift. And then... But you need a Planeswalker, don't you? Isn't that... Oh, no, because it gives you it for every counter on it. So it's just even. But you can't fetch Luxior with Urza Saga, can you? That's what I'm imagining. I think Luxior costs 2. Nope, Luxior costs 1. Luxior costs 1, guys. So this is infinite mana. Which means that this Lair of the Hydra just kills me. Right? I'm just gonna let them do it because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so now it gets... You're just gonna see it. It gets +1/+1. Alright, so we're dead. Everybody's scamming tonight. Something I didn't mention while I was looking at the list. You know, this has 0 removal spells in it. It doesn't have our Munitions Experts or our Mog Fanatics. So, like, very much not good. Very much not good. So, I think Blood Moon is good against Eldrazi-tron. This is probably fine. These are fine. I think we're just scamming. I don't think we want to play a long game. Think Scourger's okay. I guess I really want to turn 1 Blood Moon them, don't I? Turn 2. We could cut this. I guess we'll shave some Horde Masters and a Vial or 2 because they're gonna chalice us. I think maybe they won't chalice us. I don't know. We don't need Mons, but it. Actually, we don't need Trash Master either, do we? We want it. I guess you could just shave a Thron Vigil. You want all your Harbingers. It's tough because, like, I don't want to shave Skirk. I don't think Blood Moon's that good against Eldrazi-tron. I think Trash is good against the Urza Saga deck. Yeah, I think if it gets there, though, we're dead. But that's why I left it in. Can't keep this, unfortunately. Has no black mana and doesn't really do anything. It has all the cards that look good, but it doesn't actually do anything. This we can keep. We can snap keep this. I think this is a win. I don't think that we lose this one. It's very greedy to keep the Putrid Goblin and assume you're going to draw a land. So I'm not going to. I'm going to lead on Cavern Vial. The second turn, I will probably, as a hedge against Blood Moon, I'll play the Scalding Tarn out. So the thing about this is that we can't actually win by playing, unless we draw a Boggart Harbinger, which I guess is worth playing towards. I'm not sure. Like, we have the combo on turn 4 when we untap with a Vial on 3. Yeah, and okay, this has pushed me in one direction or the other. So let's grab our doesn't actually oh no, we need to be able to play Thron Vigil if we draw it. But I have this Bloodstained Mire. All right. It does feel as if Moto is slowing down the tiniest bit. But I don't it's not like even as bad as it started yesterday. Matter Reshaper, you've got it. That is a good draw. Just in general. I actually don't need to crack this, but it's fine. Make blue mana. Make green mana? No, I have to make red mana. And we'll make black mana. And so here we search up Boggart Harbinger. And then at the end of their turn, we put the Snoop into play. And in response to a Karn, we have to act, so I can't just hit yield until end of turn. Something that'll get you got. Oh no. So I could let him take my Snoop and then Vile and Cratermaker, but I'm just gonna force him to take my Harbinger, and then I'll kill his Thought-Knot Seer with a Vile and Cratermaker. There was no way around that, I don't think. We have Runebelt Hordemaster on top of our library. So they took the Harbinger. So Hordemaster and Cratermaker actually operate nicely together. You'll get to draw an extra card. And I'm going to wait as long as possible to pop the Cratermaker, because you can block and then sacrifice. I'm going to hit no, because I have two 2-drops that I want to play. And any 3-drop I want can be played off the top. Not there anyway. So let's play this uncounterably with green and red mana. They know my whole hand, so it really doesn't matter. I guess I could put a Tarfire on top, so I should have left the mountain untapped, but I'm going to be using the 1 mana to activate Cratermaker almost definitely anyway. Whoops! Oh, I'm dumb. Well, I was pushing damage and not paying attention. I'm very dumb. Could have just done that first. Could have just done it first and gotten my 3 damage in. I was thinking about blocking. All right. Well, that's getting exiled, right? Oh no, I'm going to draw that one. So I exiled the land. I'm drawing that one. I don't know why I thought it was going to happen in the other order at first. But Blood Moon's going to kill them before they can fetch out Luxior, and it's going to prevent them from... I actually don't know how Yavimaya and Blood Moon function together. Obviously, it's the same as Urborg in that. Is that a timestamp thing, or is it just always not effective? feel like it's just always not effective, but I don't remember. Hmm. I imagine they're going to activate Urza Saga here. And the benefit of Blood Moon is not just that it's a Stone Rain, almost a double Stone Rain, because this stops being a Soul Land, but they can't make colorless mana anymore for cards like Matter Reshaper and Thought Not Seer. I gotta charge my phone. It is just about dead. That is annoying. It can't. It's actually pretty bad for me. To tick it up this time. Because they can just start ticking up this Walking Ballista. So they can... this triggers. I'm not sure if this counts as a trigger. I don't think it does. Do I even play the Blood Moon? Or do I just snap another one of these guys off the top? Because it'll cost them their Walking Ballista. If I do this now. I think I do it. I think this is the right play. I don't really want this card, but... yeah, so they do it now, which exiles this, but I can still play it. They've really... well, there's that. So they're dead. Yeah. I'm glad they conceded because Moto is like chugging a tiny bit. For those who don't know, there you make infinite copies of Snoop, and then they all die at end of turn, one at a time. And so you continuously exile the top of your library until you hit your combo piece on top in Sling Gang Lieutenant. And you will have enough Snoops left to kill them. I suppose on the draw, I probably want more of this nonsense Blood Moon plan. Is that crazy? Tarfire feels pretty bad against the Eldrazi deck, but it's like good against Luxior. I don't think Sting Scourger did us well. If we're scamming, right? Let's get this Putrid Goblin out of here and bring in another Blood Moon. I am mulling this. Yeah, I don't want to play that game. I'll keep this. Throw back Kiki. Everos is raiding with a party of 37 goblins. I saw you I saw you playing with Spider earlier. I actually have no idea what deck you were playing, but I did see you two together. I hope that went well. We are playing a very bad deck. Not a regular Goblins deck. This deck won. I'm just gonna slam Snoop here. First, before, obviously not on this turn. Obviously not on this turn. We're playing the deck that won the New Year. Didn't win. It got 4th place in the New Year's Eve 7-round challenge. So the drunk maniacs decided that this deck was good enough. It's Goblin combo, but also with another silly scam combo in it with Putrid Goblin and Thron Vigil. Thron Vigil operates the same way that Grumgully does, but it's untutorable but unkillable, more or less. So you have this like 5-card contraption combo with pretty cheap cards in general. Not as cheap as this Thought-Knot Seer seems to be. Turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer, not pleasant. Not pleasant, to say the least. We have a way to kill it. I don't know if they'll take the way to kill it. I imagine they'll take my Snoop. Because I imagine they're also very light on removal. D20 Bandit, thank you for the follow. I hope my sounds aren't all out of whack. My stream was so messed up yesterday. I don't know if you know this. Thank you for using the emotes too. I hope they still pop up. I didn't even look. Let's try it myself. Bam, they do pop up. So, oh, that's a decent draw. Larry Legend, thank you for the follow. I hate that this is a Scalding Tarn. I owned all the cards that this person had, and I assumed they were playing all the same fetch lands I would play. And it turns out they're playing Scalding Tarns over Wooded Foothills, which doesn't actually matter. I just don't like Scalding Tarn. I think I'm going to play the Horde Master first. I don't want to block with it, but we may have to. This is a 5/5. It's going to kill us pretty quickly, but I'm going to not block this turn. I'm probably not going to play this Blood Moon if I can avoid it, but I may have to as well. So what deck was Evan playing today? I remember it being weird, but all the decks have been weird lately. I feel like everybody is so bored with Modern that they are just like, because there's not competitive stuff. Scales, okay. That is not an Evan deck. That is like very far from what I would imagine an Evan deck to be. That probably did not go well. But no, Spider usually reins it in. Spider's like one of the tightest players out there. He's the kind of guy that could top 8 a tournament with this ridiculous Goblins deck. Evan is a Scalding Tarn player. And I used to be. But I gave up that life. And I swore an oath to play Goblins in Modern until the end of time. And that's not a lie. I did do that. Math was sometimes done. Math is for blockers. Why ever do it? I'm supposed to be doing. Oh my god. They're gonna take the Blood Moon, right? They have to. None of the other cards actually matter to them. Like their other ones are just too slow to deal with this. We're dead. We're about to 0-5 this league. I'm gonna 0-5 and shut the stream off and ban everyone in chat. That's my plan. This comes to play tapped until I play this Blood Moon. I can't win from here, can I? Like, if I play Matron and then I grab Snoop and then I block, I take 4, and then next turn I play Snoop, I can't block, I take 8, I go to 2, they do this, I'm dead. I'm dead to hash up Oasis. Yeah, that's always the way of it. You should try to get banned from all your favorite streamers' chat. They love it when you harass them to the point of banning you. And in my experience, the police state chats are always the most popular. I'm just dead. I don't have to think about this anymore. So yeah, I have no, because I shock. It's 12. There's no draws to get me out of this. Let's go to the next game. I don't even care. I'm gonna hit the draws just to like confirm that I'm super duper dead. But oh, Moto doesn't even want to let me get that anecdotal evidence. So who cares? So we're 0-2 with the wild, weird, wacky, crazy kids deck. I don't like it. I didn't like it when I started, but I do respect that it top aided. I am a Goblins player through and through, and I didn't realize that. My first legacy deck, my first and only legacy deck, is Painter Servant, which is really a Goblins deck at this point. But it had Goblin Welder in it even when I first built it, and it's like, you know, a neat creature-y combo artifact deck, and that's my favorite stuff. But there's a version of that deck, I can't remember what they call it. It has a stupid name. We'll keep this. Where you just play like all of the stupid 2-card combos in the format. So you're playing Painter Grindstone, but you're playing Rip Helm, and you're playing like there's another one. I don't even remember what it is. But this Goblins deck reminds me of that, because you're playing 2 different A plus B combos that are both pretty fragile but end the game kind of immediately. Although the more I look at this Putrid Goblin combo, the more you realize how many cards it actually takes. We happen to always draw them so far, but it does take a lot of cards. I guess the benefit of playing a deck with a lot of redundant pieces that slot into each other is, you know, you're going to draw cards. So you'll have the raw card count. So here what we can do, I have no idea what they're doing. I assume I'm about to get Leyline bindinged and just be like, oh yeah, modern's great. But I don't know. Yeah, here it comes. Or Xander is Grixis? That's Grixis. So they're 1 short. Oh, fantastic. Ren and 6. That's what you love to see. So, I am going to play this Boggart Harbinger out. I think. They're going to try to ping it with Ren and 6. And then I'm going to flash in the Horde Master and get him. Or I could just deal 3 and have my Horde Master die. But I kind of don't want to do that. I think I like my plan. I am willing to shock because I don't want to shuffle my library even digitally. We're going to do it all main phase because free spells don't exist. What do I put on top, though? So I have Putrid Goblin. If only there was Grumgully instead of this Thrawn thing, I could actually put that on top and then lose because I didn't draw the rest of the pieces. We have a lot of mana. Next turn I'll be able to play a Ringleader. Kind of tempted to do that, but you do draw a ton of cards with Sling Gang and this Runevelt Horde Master, so let's do that. And we'll pressure this Ren and 6 just a tiny bit. I really wonder if they'll go for a ping or just the value of the fetch land, because it's really tempting to kill something with Ren and 6. Because, like, as great as drawing your lands is, you're going to draw lands, right? They're making their land drop, but nah, this reeks of I'm going to plus this no matter what. Which is fine. No, I got him. We got him. This is where they're like, yeah, but I also play Lightning Bolt. Like, what? Are you kidding? You don't just get me. Although they would have lightning bolted there. Fable. Can't believe I got him. You see, that's the kind of stuff that they don't teach you. That's you have to be born with it. That's actually, if you watch like what am I gonna do here? Sorry, I distract myself with my speaking. I guess I'm gonna do this before I go in. I care about damage, so let's just do this. This mana base is bespoke. I don't like having just 2 basics. So I think I need to swing both at Ren. And I think that I have them like mega dead, you know? Yeah. And like I'm gonna let the Harbinger trade with the Shaman token. Cause is this a Valakut deck? Are they about to scape shift me? I'm gonna get scape shifted. So luckily you can play this until the end of your next turn. So that's good. As Moto slows to a crawl. This card, I cannot believe. You guys don't know, all right? I'm knee deep in all the Goblin discourse. All right, and Goblin discourse is just as flavorful as Magic discourse in general. We'll put it that way. And people, I won't name names, but they won one of the challenges with Goblins. So you could look them up. They think that Runevelt Hordemaster is bad. And now I'm a bad player. See, that person's a good player. But I can tell you this is a good card. I'm not foolish enough to think that this is not good enough for me. You can win without it, because a lot of Goblin wins don't come from the mid-range plan. But this person is a bootleg Bob. I just realized their name is Greatness at Any Cost, but they're missing an S. And they have, I don't know what. Oh, it's Thought Scour. I keep right-clicking it, and it like comes up. That's Thought. Oh, are we just dead? No, probably not, because this is going to be Archon. All right. I'm like tempted to sack this, but if I find Thrawn Vigil, like, game's just over. So I'll sack this. And let's see what we exile. All my windows are like weirdly stacked. Nothing good. Auntie's Hovel on top. So if we find Thrawn Vigil, it's just like actually over. But we're going to get to play Snoop and see what's on top. And then start manipulating our library. I do believe I still want to tick this up to 4. Although, if I draw Harbinger or Matron, I'll probably wish that I hadn't. And the value of a Ringleader or a Sling Gang is like kind of less on this board than those cards. So, well, we didn't draw those. Oh, I definitely should have waited before deciding if I'm going to shock myself. I don't think the shock matters, though, believe it or not. Actually, once this copies an Archon, I'm dead. So there's another piece to this puzzle. This lets me get mana instead of... Oh, I didn't bring Tarfire in, so it doesn't matter. We don't have lethal, right? We can swing with these They block this. I deal them 1. They take 2. So they go to 16. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's not nearly enough. I could just keep searching. I do have 1 more turn, but they have 6 cards in hand. I don't know. I kind of want to just keep searching. Because, like, what am I doing here? And by that, I mean look for a Harbinger. I can't really attack for the win. And this Skirk Prospector won't matter nearly as much next turn anyway. And there you go. We got there. We got there, guys. Don't forget to make blue mana to assert dominance. And do your thing. So, we can't do it right now because we don't have haste. Which means I almost definitely should not have I should not have just cast that off the top. I just wasn't thinking. I got excited that I found it. What do we do now? I guess I just can put another one on top, or just put Matron on top. I can't give my guy haste with this list, can I? I can actually just cast Kiki Jiki, make a copy of Snoop. That's not going to be enough. Are they dead to me getting Pashlik Mons into play? Not quite. Let's just put a Matron on top because I'm dumb. We're going to pass the turn. We have to pass the turn anyway. And you don't want to pull the Matron off top because this is about to make me discard. Ooh, that Moto lag. They cycle because they know it's almost over. Do they play Thought Seizes? Probably not. This is just like red-green, and these are because they're mountains. I kind of want to yield and like not care, but the Renin 6 is gonna probably try to. Oh, I guess it just nabs my Runevelt and exiles this Matron, but that doesn't matter because we just play the Matron and Vile in the Harbinger. Oh, lovely. It didn't matter at all. How's it going, Bogdingle? I watched you stream earlier today. Oh, you know that because I was talking to you. We'll sacrifice this one just because it's poetic. Wait, why didn't I what? I just sacrificed that. Does it not? Oh, I don't have the Runevelt in play anymore. I'm just... Oh, it's been a long day, guys. I've been having to wake up at 8:30. I know. So early, right? And I've been having to wake up at 8:30 and go to work in the middle of Times Square and sit in an office and pretend that I know what's going on for a very long time. So uncounterable. I don't know. They can't instant speed a Fury. Do they know who I am? Do they think that I'm going to mess up 6 times in a row? Clearly they haven't met the Goblin King. All right. I'm supposed to have an Orvar in my board for this matchup, but I didn't want to spend $60 on an Orvar. So Necromentia, Blood Moon, I guess? Blood Moon is not good. I know they play Persist, but man, I really do not have anything good here for this matchup. Are people really just going like, yeah, one Orvar and calling it? Is that the best we've got? It feels like it. I mean, I guess I have 4 Skirk prospectors, and this is a scam. This is a scam day. Person's about to get scammed. I gotta keep both of these in because I only have 2. I guess you can Sting Scourger their Archon. Where do I even find room here? Aether Vials? I guess you can just shave a Putrid Goblin and a Horde Master. I think maybe you keep the Putrid Goblin and you shave 2 Horde Masters. Specifically because we're trying to scam. And I don't know. I hate. It's not for content. It's not like okay. Hand's pretty bad, guys. But it's got a Snoop in it. And a second draw to Boggart Harbinger. Do I really care? See, that's the real question. Do I really care? They're almost certainly going to have Unholy Heats and stuff, so this is going to die. But I don't have a better plan. I guess Necromentia or turn 2 Blood Moon. His hand is bad. Don't think I don't know that. They mulled to 6. Let's keep it. So, they don't know what we have in hand. Who knows what they're mulling for? I don't know for sure because I barely know my own deck, let alone theirs. Well, that was the worst draw in the deck. By roughly a mile. That sucks. I'm going to play Auntie's Hovel next turn instead of any other land because I want to be able to cast Thron Vigil and Necromentia if I find them on curve. I assume you would Necromentia and you would name Archon as opposed to Indomitable Creativity, but I'm not entirely sure. Renin 6, Fair Magic card. That's like the comma. That's the comma after all your least favorite Magic cards. Legendary, it's supposed to have a comma. And yet, it doesn't. Yeah. You can, but that doesn't mean you should. So, I can't imagine this Snoop is very long for this world, but next turn, I'm going to play another one. Dwarven Mine triggers on 2 or 3 mountains. I think 3 other mountains. I think it has to be your 4th. Because it is a mountain itself. I don't know. Things I should know, but don't. Okay, so they're just like conceding to do the combo if I've got it. So that's good news. The bad news is I don't have it. But we may find it. We have a couple draws at it. There's the first draw. If only my lands played out faster than no miles an hour. I'm gonna get the basic swamp in case I get clowned by a blood moon. I am gonna play this off the top before the Skirk. This allows me to attack this Renin 6. Now the only thing I can do with the rest of my mana is play Skirk. I could actually cash in my tapped Snoop to play another Snoop. but I'd have to cash in either the Rune Belt or the Horde Master as well. And I don't really want to do that. If there's a Thron Vigil on top, theoretically, I could get there, but there's no way to know that I would get there, so I kind of can't. That sucks. What I'm saying is I could sacrifice Snoop end of turn, or I could have done what I just said and cashed in Runevelt and Snoop for the other Snoop, and you get Putrid Goblin, and then if there's a Thron Vigil somewhere in the top 3, well, no, under the top 2, not in the top 3, under the top 2 you get to play it, but here we're just hoping for the you get to play it next turn. There's the Blood Moon. Notably, Blood Moon matters so much less when they have Fables, which is like, if the mana identity of Modern wasn't already bad enough, there's this. So what do we have? We have a Kiki in hand. I don't want to block. We have a Kiki in hand. We have a Putrid Goblin that we can play. I would have loved to have gotten the Scam combo off once, but it looks like we're just going to die. Yeah, we're just dead. So I'm going to let them do this just to see if they hit an Emrakul, but we're dead no matter what they hit here. We can't get back on board, and yeah. So that's game. I think that's not just match, but also league. Oh, no, it's not match. It's not match. If I lose this, I think that puts me at 0-3, which I'm not going to play this midnight 0-3 league. So this is likely our last match one way or another. We're just going to keep going here. Maybe we'll scam somebody once. Would you like to play first? Yes. I mean, you could curve into the scam theoretically. You used to, well, when I say you used to, so like in the regular, I'm going to keep this. It's dumb, but I'm going to keep it just because I don't, my client's going slower and slower. With Mog War Marshal instead of Putrid Goblin, which is what most standard Goblins decks play, you could get a Snoop out on turn 2 with this hand and then hope you draw a land. And what you would do is you would, well, you wouldn't even need to hope that you draw land, because I think you get to keep Skirk Prospector. But here, we can just... Oh, no, you get the Snoop out. Yeah, no, it costs the Snoop. I was right the first time. So you play a Mog War Marshal, which is what you would be playing instead of this, and then you sack all of it for a Matron, and then you sack the Matron and the Skirk Prospector for the Snoop, and then you try to combo them. But doesn't look like that's in the cards here. Am I gonna get Snoop anyway? No. Nope. There's no reason to do it in this order. I like doing things in weird orders. I know you saw the you saw that sick Aether Vial play where I tricked them into pinging my dude with Renin 6. And playing erratically makes other people not know what you're going to do next. So sometimes you play main phase, sometimes you play second main. It often doesn't matter. So conditioning's a real thing. It's what they don't teach you. I've been watching Mango play. I don't know if you know who Mango is. Mango's like the best melee player to ever live, even though nobody will say that right now. And he's been playing like bad characters. And he's still Mango. it makes you think a couple things. Like, one, are characters bad because the best people don't play them? Because like he can get to the top of whatever joke ladder there is with a bad character. Um, but also like, how's it going, Spaceman? It's a good name. I actually enjoy the C as an S. I don't know what in is, but thank you for that. But Mango's been playing a lot of Dr. Mario in a Rock Lee skin. Very good. Very, very good. Okay, so this is almost definitely a lightning bolt or something, right? I can get the Snoop out either way this turn, so I would like them to use a lightning bolt to save their life total. I doubt that they're going to. But this reeks of a, I'm just gonna play a Fable and then that he's the best melee player of all time. Yeah, I don't think it's controversial, but nobody really says it. I don't know why everybody thinks Zane is so good. I didn't watch for a very long time. Like, I watched way back in the day, and apparently I missed all the years where Zane was good. Because it's him and Mango that they argue are like the top two right now. But I watch him play, and it's like not that impressive. When I say it's not that impressive, he's playing Marth, and he's in a world of Spaceys, I guess. So like, but there's less and less Spaceys all the time, so I guess Marth just gets better. People like to say Armada is the best of all time. But people raging over getting beaten by Puff is enjoyable. I could see that. This is so sad that we are not going to get to do the combo even one time. And I mean the persist combo. I wonder if there's any reason to do this differently than I did it. Well, Vile on top. That's good. Here comes them killing my Snoop. Cast Lightning Bolt, targeting Snoop. You just can't see it because Moto's visual engine just hangs so badly sometimes. I've had people tell me that it's the sounds. And I really don't believe it. But I may turn my sounds off soon because Moto didn't used to do this for me. And it started recently. So I am going to get Fabled next turn, but that's not a huge deal. So I think I'm going to attack with these two and then play. This Vile kind of sucks this game. So maybe I just hope to draw another Snoop or something like that and don't play Harbinger here. But it doesn't take a lot to get Vile usable anymore because you only need to get it to 2. I'm going to grab the basic Swamp. And I guess if I get Archoned, I would wish that I had already played this card. For so many reasons. For the card that leaves my hand, for the Goblin I have to sack. Okay. All of this time disparity, by the way, is Moto hanging. This is not me thinking very hard. This is all Moto hanging. I can't even believe that it's as bad as it's gotten. I don't know. It used to never be a problem. I streamed for literally years. They started auto-playing, but this is still a great show. For people who don't know, this is a Merle Haggard song, but this is the Grateful Dead playing it. Sometimes they play with Merle Haggard. The man singing right now is the most famous rock star that nobody knows his name. Oh, come on. If I was just patient, you're telling me I would have won? So I think what I'm going to do is play Thron Vigil, play Boggart Harbinger, and put another Putrid Goblin on top, because then I have 2 wins. And then the attacking doesn't matter. I just need to save these 2. So let's just play Thron Vigil first before I fuck up. Look how slow. Holy crap. All right, I hope I lose this game, guys, so I don't have to play another. Don't need to blame, 'cause mama tried. Please, 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 please. Okay, so we don't even get to do it because, well, it is what it is, I suppose. They knew enough to kill that. I don't know why they had that card. I guess they just always have that because it's good with Ren and 6. That's a shame. They're dead no matter pretty much what I get here. I'm going to assume they're going to Archon me, so I'm going to grab this Sting Scourger. And then we'll attack with these. Rotational animations, not Moto's strong suit. I will let this trade because it forces them to have another fetch land and this Indomitable Creativity that I believe they have in their hand. So you can see, like, even the menu hangs. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I changed. I didn't really stream a lot for a while. Oh, I don't think that would change. You know you heard that. I had a Wi-Fi adapter plugged into my computer that I didn't used to have plugged in, but I can't imagine why that would fuck with Moto. That was like kind of a weird set of choices they made, right? Wouldn't you think they'd kill this Sling Gang? I was F6'd apparently, but they're dead here, right? Unless they kill something. I can't continue to play this either way, so I'm gonna raid somebody after this game. Because this is like so slow. I have to figure out what's going wrong with this. It's almost definitely an OBS setting. In fact, I think it might be this one. But I have to restart OBS either way to make this take effect. So I have to like go through. So what was causing it real bad? Was this app specific sound capture, and I still have a couple up, but not the Moto one, and I thought that would be enough. But I have to like go through and like turn off the feature because it makes Moto slow to a crawl. So we ended up 1 and 2 on the night. Thank you for the raid from Evan. Thank you everybody who hung out for your first time here. I play pretty much Goblins all the time. The next time I stream, if I can get it This is not the window I want. The next time I stream, if I can get it to stop being such a laggy piece of garbage, I'm probably going to play Painter Servant, which is a legacy deck. Notice everybody's switching back to Painter, switching back to Legacy lately. And, you know, it gets you excited to play. And this deck has been winning things anyway, and it's my favorite deck and the only other deck I own on Moto. So we're going to see who to raid. Anybody give me a suggestion for who you like. I'm partial to Asmongold. I'm not going to raid Asmongold. I'm going to raid probably Freaking Nasty. And see all the people I follow on the left. I'm outing myself as a what? I don't even know. I do like the PT. I'm gonna end up watching PT Bench probably after Freaking Nasty goes offline. Enjoyed this commercial. I don't know why I'm enjoying it because I don't. I usually have an ad blocker. Can't tell you where to get it or Twitch will ban me. So anyway, Freaking Nasty is great. It's got a nice low soothing voice for all you comfy people in bed. And so I'm rating him. Enjoy it. Tell him I said what up. I'll join you there in a minute, but not right away. Thank you again for the follows, for everybody, for the raids, Evan. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.